Hello and welcome to all the Maximals and Predacons out there. I'm Joe here with me is my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
Last time we had a tank about to fire at Hot Rod, the Great, and Cop shows up with one of the best 80s songs playing, so of course we know this is a very important moment. And he proceeds to leap onto the tank and redirect the blaster over Hot Rod's shoulder, with Hot Rod dashing out of the way. The blast, however, hits a Decepticon having been flying in to strike at Hot Rod from behind. And we actually see this Decepticon die. So this is a pretty shocking moment, too, if you actually stop it and think about it.
We see the old soldier that is Cup, that he has experienced, he knows what war is like.
And he knows how to, well, just take advantage of a moment in war. And the only thing is, he's still that whiny Jameson type. I'm just saying.
Crotchety old man.
I love Cup. Hot Rod taunts Cup, who, well, doesn't take well to the taunting, as Hot Rod was trying to be a little comradely with him, and Cup's not feeling very warm towards the kid. But there's a Decepticon, aka Starscream, who comes swooping in, misses them, and Hot Rod pretty much makes the call, let's burn rubber and get out of here, which Cup irritably agrees. And we cut now to Autobot City, where the whole city is one big fortress, and where Ultra Magnus is the governor, who, or the general who's been put in charge of the locality, and is taking his duties pretty seriously. Always quick to take command of the situation, Ultra Magnus shows he's actually a really good leader, and quickly orders several of his troops to alert Prime that they need backup, and orders RC and Springer, I think it is, to start the transformation of the city from city to fortress. The two begin the process, and Starscream gives chase, yelling at them, "Pathetic fools," in his high-pitched voice. Up until he gets his foot caught. At which point, well, he shows how he's a coyote at his core, and all but gnaws off his leg by shooting it. Ouch. Does he want hot sauce with that leg, or is he satisfied with the heat from the lasers?
I kind of get why here it is, he's mentally cringing and it's like, oh great.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes, even if he does deserve it, because Starscream.
Yeah, but it's very peculiar how Starscream is incompetent in the cartoon series. And, well, then again, everybody who's not Optimus is incompetent in the cartoon series. But then Starscream can be pretty competent at times in this film. Megatron's uber competent in this film. So that's something that this film puts things in different perspective and elevates the storytelling. So it's not the, as I said, I will bash the cartoon series a little, the weird bipolar writing of seasons 3 and 4, or the just repetitive ad nauseum of seasons 1 and 2. But in a way, this series is paving the way for Beast Wars, as Beast Wars would try to take more cues from the storytelling here. But that said, Starscream, I'm not saying is the epitome of competence. Clearly not. He got his foot stuck because of his own stupidity. That was not RC and Springer's doing. That was Starscream being Starscream.
Greedy.
I was going to say gluttonous, but I guess greed could work, but he's typically more gluttonous than greedy.
That's fair.
Megatron is greedy.
Yeah, I'm just meaning he got greedy chasing after the two Autobots, thinking he could get them when he couldn't.
Yeah, imagine it. Imagine if he had made it down that trench. He probably would have been cornered and they'd have shot him down. So he actually should be thanking this weird transformation process for trapping his foot. And contrary to his reputation for incompetency amongst his haters, Hot Rod is the one who, well, leads the charge back into Autobot City and shows his competence by basically using two Decepticons as trampolines for all intents and purposes, with Cup initially having been complaining, well, there's no way in. And Hot Rod, as said, rightly points out, no, there are way in. And he basically rides right through the hole the two Insecticons, I think they are, tore open into the first door.
And then you have Cup
crushing one of them under his wheels, leaping on in, and the second set of doors closed behind him. Perceptor informs Blaster of his duties to inform Optimus Prime. He sends a distress signal. Megatron decides that a good, can of jam is in order and has Soundwave jam those communications, which his little flunkies do. Blaster unveils his own flunkies, and we have a flunk battle. And so Blaster prays that Optimus Prime will come on a, shining horse, or in truck form, and save them all. Meanwhile, Springer and RC are basically gathering the corpses, pulling them away from some of the rubble. Great. There's some casualties on the Autobot side, and only one on the Decepticon side. Wonderful. So, the Autobots start to push a blaster into place on Springer's suggestion, which is a good one. The best part of this part of the battle is Megatron ordering the Constructicons to merge together for the kill, which they duly do, forming Devastator, who honestly is just scary powerful. You have the Autobots who proceed to fire their missile at him, doesn't even put a dent in him, which just goes to show how powerful this guy is. Even Megatron would have probably been going, ow, all the way till morning. Devastator. Did you feel that? No? Okay.
Which causes Springer to fire a second time.
And Devastator then proceeds to wipe out the cannon
by tossing the door at him.
Meanwhile, you've got other Autobots trying to fight just for inch. And this is rapidly becoming worse in the Battle of the Transmetals, when the Maximals tried to make a last stand after Optimus was dead and kind of revived. Whatever. The battle quickly degenerates into a slugfest, and the Decepticons are now fighting inch for inch just to gain entry into the city, because the Autobots are putting some pretty stiff resistance up against them, but ultimately the Autobots can't keep them out forever. Which brings us to the end of this video, so don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button as though you were Megatron taking out Ironhide.